welcome to 老外看东西. I'm Stu.
And I'm Ali. Stu, I got a gift for you.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, it's right here. Yeah.
I haven't got a clue what that means.
You don't have to, but you get it right.
I haven't got a clue what this means. I haven't got a clue. I have no clue. I haven't got a clue. What does it mean if we say that? I haven't got a clue.
It means that I don't know anything. I don't know what's going on. In Chinese, basically, 我不知道怎么回事，完全不知道. But here the interesting thing is clue. The word clue in English, in Chinese, means 线索, right? So it means I haven't got any 线索, right?
Yeah, kind of.
It's weird.
It comes from a larger sentence. I haven't got a clue as to why something happened. For example, I haven't got a clue. I have no clue as to why Ali stood me up last night.
Because of this. It's very obvious.
Okay, now I know.
Yeah.
Anyway, why are we talking about this?
Well, because today we're going to look at some very interesting and weird exam questions. Those questions will make you say, I haven't got a clue. Let's take a look. Who is your teacher? If you get it right, fine. But if you cannot get it right, you'll lose 41 points. You fail, you flunk the exam.
41 points.
Yes.
So everyone's seen this. Everyone's seen it. It was an exam question on a paper at a Sichuan college.
Yeah.
I don't know whether people should be saying, I haven't got a clue, if you ask them who's your teacher.
Well, I can see why they have the question at the very beginning, because some of the students do just really, drop all the classes or just didn't attend the classes for whole semester.
But if they can get all the answers on the test right, so what?
Well, I think maybe this is the way that teacher is testing you. You have to show your respect and remember your teacher's name and faces. Maybe the teacher's a little bit narcissistic too at the same time.
One of the officials or teachers at this Sichuan college said if a student cannot even remember his teacher's name, it means they have no interest in the curriculum. I don't think that's true, because sometimes I didn't know my lecturers' names at Oxford, but I still could answer my exam questions.
That's a very interesting way to think about that. Well, I think the teacher should, take into consideration that some of the students are like genius, like Stu. They don't have to go to class, but can still somehow get all the answers right.
Yeah, I'm not a genius. But anyway, let's look at the next weird exam question, this time from Wuhan. So, Wuhan University, it's a good university, right?
It is.
It asked their students to write their own exam paper. It gave them a structure that they could base their paper on, they could follow, they could write their own paper, and then they had to answer the paper that they had written for themselves.
Yes.
What do you think about this?
It's genius, It's actually difficult to come up with proper exam questions for. Yeah, so if you come up with a very easy question, of course you can get an easy answer. It's very easy, but I don't think you'll get a really, satisfactory result, because it means that you don't have a deep understanding of that course. So if you actually study that course really well, you will design a really good exam task. And for example, for the multiple choice questions, all the wrong answers should be thought of ahead of time. Otherwise, the exam itself, the paper itself will be really inferior, and it means that you didn't have a good understanding of the task. It's genius, but it's really difficult. I think it's too difficult for the kids.
Really?
It's too
I think it's quite easy. Imagine if you studied 10% of the course but really, really well.
Yes.
And then you just focused on that 10%.
Then teacher will say, probably, why don't you ask question about the other 90%? So it's actually very easy to find someone, whether they're good or not at some part of the thing, just by the question they ask,
Right.
Socrates, right?
Socrates,
always say that the questions are more important than the answers. Yeah, so if you design a question well, it means that you are really awesome. Okay. But I think it's just too hard on the students. So mean teachers, really mean.
Yeah, it's quite tough.
And very lazy. Come on, man.
Do you know any other weird exam questions here in China?
I do know some few questions. Well, I do know some weird types of questions here in China. For example, one type's really common and weird is that they are going to give you a very, very long introduction to the question. So maybe it's a question about chemistry or basic physics, and they will give you a long piece of news saying that, well, in this year, China launched the second and third rocket to this, the orbits and everything is so big and huge. And if you just read all this through, you'll think, oh my God, am I going to be an astronomer to answer the question? But in the end, it's really simple questions.
Okay.
So that was weird to have a question just try to scare you at the very beginning, but it's not that difficult in the end.
Okay, well, I've got some more examples of strange questions here in China. Let's look at the first one.
Alright, 经常旷课的同学名字.
Now this is a harsh question, I think.
It's really harsh and I cannot see, I don't have a clue. I mean,
basically
why.
You are grassing on your friends
It's
to the
true.
teacher.
And you are basically, I mean, probably that's because you are supposed to remember these names because maybe the teachers at the very beginning will speak out the names. I don't know. Why are you supposed to remember this?
Or maybe the teacher wants to know who doesn't come to class.
I don't get it.
Them.
But there are like 100 students in one class. How can I remember all the students who didn't come, right? This is really tough. I have no clue.
It's an interesting question.
I have no clue.
But kind of strange. Right, let's look at the next one.
老师笔记本电脑的牌子是什么?
Who cares?
Again, I think maybe teacher want this question just to make sure or just to find out whether you attend the class or not. But it's weird. Why?
What if you sit at the back?
Yeah.
You've got bad eyes and you forget your glasses.
Yeah, what if you just, you don't judge people by the brand of computer that you use, right? We just neglect those irrelevant details. What if someone like that? It's weird.
Very strange.
Again, I can see the purpose of the question, but I think the means or the way that the teacher designed a question just to check out whether you show up or your tendency of the class or not is kind of stupid. I don't have a clue.
I've got a solution to this. The teacher should just take a register of names.
Yes, that's it. That's all you have to do.
Don't be so lazy.
Yeah.
All right, let's look at the next weird one. Hold on. This isn't a Chinese question. This is a question from an American exam. So, in America, you often get questions that can give you extra credit. So you answer a question, and then at the bottom it'll say, extra credit, can you name...
Yeah.
Right? So to show extra knowledge, you can get extra points.
Yeah.
This question, for extra credit, says, do you want 5 more points?
It's like a trap!
Yes or no?
I don't want it. It's like a trap!
It's not a trap. Surely it's yes. The answer is
yes.
Yeah,
of course, but it sounds looks like a trap to me. What is this kind of stupid question?
So you're probably thinking too much. Would you circle no because I'm honest and?
I think it's stupid. What is the point? I have no clue why.
But do you think these weird questions, so the Chinese ones first, do you think they're useful in exam papers?
Well, maybe some of those are a little bit useful, but most of them are useless, I would say.
Right.
Or maybe that weird American question is just for you to be careful.
So I think the American one is a joke. I think the Chinese ones have like a secret purpose to find out who doesn't come to class.
And in the end, turns out to be another joke.
Yeah, right. So we have a lot of these strange questions as well in the UK and in other countries. Now, obviously, sometimes exam papers have spelling mistakes, and those spelling mistakes can lead to some very interesting questions.
When was Albert Einstein born?
And the options are Switzerland, Britain, America, US, or Israel, whatever, right? So it's all countries.
Yeah.
So obviously this was meant to say, where was Albert Einstein born?
Yes.
So you could probably figure it out for yourself, but it does actually look quite funny when you look at it. Anyway, let's look at the next one.
What is a microphone?
What is a microphone? And the options are true or false.
That's a philosophical question.
Is it?
My God.
So it's actually got a lot of coverage in the press. Lots of people thought it was a philosophical question. Stephen Hawking even shared his opinion on the question. I just think it was a typo error on the paper. I think they just mixed it up.
What if you just say microphone is false? I mean, it's like... it's going to be very philosophical. I would like to know what is the reaction of the students who actually got the test.
they said they couldn't answer it. They just didn't know how to answer it.
Oh my
I would have
God.
just not bothered. But apparently it had quite a lot of marks. So
Oh.
what's your opinion?
Yeah.
What is a microphone? True
Or false?
or false?
Choose one. Answer.
Choose one. Right, so
That's interesting.
let's look at the next weird question. Yo mama is so fat that objects 5 metres away accelerate towards her at 1 metre per second squared. What is yo mama's mass if g is equal to 6.67 times 10 to the power of what? Blah, 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 blah. Right, okay, so this is a weird question, isn't it? Yo mama's so fat.
Yeah, I got the answer. I think it should be.
it's-
Yeah, I don't know. What is this? I don't get it. It's like a rap question.
Well, in America they have this
It's
yo
insulting.
mama's so fat
Yeah.
jokes.
Yeah.
So this is trying to make people
Oh
pay
my
attention to the question.
But this is kind of derogative. I mean, it makes people angry.
I think it's funny because people go ah ha ha and then they'll really read it again.
Okay.
Maybe if it was boring, maybe you wouldn't read it properly. But your mum is so fat. Objects and whatever. Right. So I think it's quite useful.
Yeah. I would really like to say all those rappers when they dissing each other and doing the math at the same
Do some
time.
algebra. Yeah.
It will be awesome.
Yeah.
I couldn't get. Oh my god! But you are going to get upset by this question, I'm sure.
No, I wouldn't.
Pi 4 to the power of 6. Okay, next question. Young mama is so fat, objects 5 metres away accelerate at 1 metre per second. My mama's so fat.
And then again, sometimes the teachers in the US just like to have a joke with their students. Not sure why anyone would ask this kind of question. I don't know if it's real, but you know, it's good for your imagination. It will be really interesting if it's true.
So you're an English expert. Here's a good one. The eerie sense of having previously experienced a situation is known as...
Deja vu.
You're right!
I'm an English teacher, Stu.
Right, well done. Let's look at the next question on the same paper. The eerie sense of having previously experienced a situation is known as...
Deja vu.
You're right!
I'm an English teacher, Stu.
Yeah, well done.
Wait. Hold on. We did it. We just did it before.
Yeah, maybe we did. Anyway, here's the best kind of weird question you can get. The teacher is tired of making questions, so if you've made it this far, choose A to get it correct. Peace out.
That's a pretty cool teacher.
That's a cool teacher.
Yeah.
Right, are you a cool teacher? Do
Of
you
course.
test your students?
Well, I ask them questions in a class.
Okay.
I do ask them some cool question. For example, I think one of the coolest questions I have ever asked by far to my students, like really young students, I asked them to tell me what you want your friend to say about you on your funeral.
Ooh.
That's something.
That's quite sad.
It's quite
At
sad.
your funeral, when
Yeah.
you die.
Yeah, I mean, I thought it's going to be quite sad, but the students are really awesome. I mean, I remember vividly one guy whose English was really poor, but that question actually really hit him in the bottom of his heart. So he just tried his best, and after 30 minutes of thorough study, he came up with one sentence as an answer. I couldn't forget it for the rest of my life. He just said that. I want my friends to say at my funeral just one sentence, that is, his death puts an end to an era. That's the sentence
That's
he
quite
came
good.
with. That's really cool,
Are
man.
you going to say that at my funeral?
I think I would say this sentence.
Oh, right, okay. Anyway, so I've noticed a difference between these questions, say in the US and China. In China, it seems to be on university papers.
It's
where
true.
In the US, it's in high school.
It's true.
Isn't it weird on a university paper? It's more serious.
Yeah, because here in China, high schools are actually much more serious
Oh,
than
really?
universities.
Oh,
Yeah,
okay.
we study much harder in high school than university. It's a sad fact.
Right.
Yeah.
Well, if you are preparing for an exam or if you're going to take an exam this year, we hope that your examiner is not too mean, right? Because we want you to get a good result,
Of
a
course.
perfect result. Right?
Yeah, so if you come and learn English with us, we'll give you the best results.
Right,
But
so-
we'll be responsible too.
Perfect. So now,
Yeah.
how about we sing a perfect song?
So we are going to sing a perfect song. The name of the song is Perfect by a perfect singer Ed Sheeran.
Yeah.
And now we're going to sing this song.
We?
We. I'm sorry. I'm not going to ruin your perfect moment.
No.
So Stu, take it away.
We were just kids when we fell in love, not knowing what it was. I will not give you up this time. So Ali, just hold me close. Don't let me go. My arms you're holding mine. Baby, tonight we're dancing in the dark with you inside my arms, barefoot on the grass, listening to our favorite song. When you said you looked a mess, I whispered underneath my breath, I know you heard it. Ali, you look perfect
And I think you're
tonight.
perfect too.
I have no clue what that means. Right, so tell us if you've ever had a weird exam question. Tell us how you answered it.
Or just tell us anytime that you have a clue of anything.
Yeah. Have you ever watched this show? Never had a clue.
Maybe I had never had a clue when I did this.
Have you got a clue what this t-shirt means? Because I don't. Anyway, so remember to watch us every Thursday. See you next week. Bye.